Okay, I'm back. There's a lot of light around me. It's been a while since I've streamed from like my home. Um, because I've been traveling a lot. I was in Europe for a month and a half, and I was in St. Louis, and I was at a hotel over the weekend for a tournament. But now I'm back. This is not going to be a long stream. I would be very surprised if this goes beyond 1 hour, but okay, who knows? I already have a challenge from All Brown. I guess we'll play him. First challenger. I played this person before? Twice before. I've won twice. Okay. What do I want to do? Let's play a new opening. Let's play the Scandi. In honor of JB. And I'll actually play the what do we call this? The knight f6 variation. I think it has a more enticing name. But it's a solid variation for black, especially if I win the pawn back right away. And there's some idea for white. Like if white wants to play in the main line, it involves bishop c4 and queen f3. But we'll see if he knows that. Okay, he knows bishop c4. And hello to people in the chat. Let me rearrange my windows here so I can see everything. Hello Jaxie. Hello Gabriel Thomas Newton. Hello the nice guy. Cool guy. A few different guys here. I don't know if I prefer nice over cool. Probably both. There needs to be someone called the nice cool guy. K-Kratz, good to see you. Okay, so he didn't play queen f3, which is slightly disappointing because I've had a really cool idea with against queen f3. In this line, I assume bishop g4 should be played, and then e6, and then it's just a very solid position. I'll get the kind of typical Scandinavian structure with bishop d6 and knight d7 and queen c7, just what I want. Yeah, K-Kratz, good to see you too. The tournament went okay. If I had won my last round, I would have won like $500, but I drew, so I won $30. And it was slightly disappointing because I was winning my last round game, but then in the final position, I let my whole advantage slip. And final position, my opponent was like +6 and agreed to a draw because we were both in severe time pressure, and it was just a ridiculous situation where it was very unclear what was going on. Um, so sometimes that happens when money is on the line. You got banned by Ben Feingold because you said I was a better player than him. I think my record against Ben Feingold is like probably 0 wins and a bunch of losses, at least in online chess. But maybe I'm just better than him in real life. I don't know. With b3, he's letting me just completely destroy his pawn structure. I can give him 2 sets of double pawns, but I don't know how bad that would be for him. I also have this move queen f6 or bishop d6. And b3 is giving me a lot of options. And I'm not sure what to do. I'm very much inclined just to play like an endgame. Let's play an endgame. We're going to trade everything. And by everything, I just mean the knights and the queens, and now the bishop for the knight. And then I'll get some position where it will turn into positional chess. And I'll start with knight d7, the most flexible move. He's thinking, probably because he's scared that I'm playing so quickly. Did the stream get messed up? I hope not. I seem to be live. Maybe it's your connection? Maybe it's mine? Let me know if people can hear and see me okay. I'm still using my cheap portable mic. I have my Blue Yeti still on my shelf. I need to return it. I need to make a ticket with with the company, and then they'll give me like an order form, and then I can ship it to them. Then it will take like 2 weeks for them to ship me a new one. Will I ever come to Argentina? I'll look up. Are there any like international events in Argentina? Because usually, if I want to go to some place, I'll find a tournament that offers like nice conditions, and then I have a nice excuse to go to that place. So I can play knight e5 here, bishop e2, and develop my other bishop. Yeah, let's start with knight e5. Why not? Improve a piece, make one of his pieces worse. I'm not sure what the follow-up will be, though. Because now my knight is just restricted, and perhaps a target in the center. I think maybe I'll play like bishop e7, and just maybe eventually knight g6. There's another move that's sticking out here, which I think I'm going to play first. It looks strange, but I'm going to play h5. The idea is if he plays f4, I want to put my knight here, and then develop my bishop here, and then attack his pawn. But he doesn't go into any of that, so let's play knight g6, attack the bishop. Good afternoon, Cover. Cover is from Australia, right? Because it's tomorrow there, and it's afternoon there. I think I remembered that correctly. Bishop e7. It's a normal move. Let's play bishop e7. This is going to be somewhat of a fight. It's very positional. Now he plays f4. Now the problem for me, I can't castle queenside because that's illegal, and if I castle kingside, it allows rook d7. So there's a few moves that come to mind. One is bishop f6, attack the pawn. The other is knight h4 to come to f5. And I might play these moves in combination. Let's start with this. This initiative. He can't really play bishop d4 because I win f4. So rook d3, okay. Maybe now it's a cheer. No joke. Wait, okay, I have to focus. I'll answer questions later. No joke, aren't you streaming? Go back to your stream. I just saw you streaming like a couple minutes ago. But you're welcome to stay here if you'd like. Rook d8. Rook d8. Take here. Looks okay. I think it helps to trade one pair of rooks, just so he can't penetrate too much on the d file. Wait, did No Joke end his stream? Oh, it was a raid from No Joke. I didn't even see that, because it doesn't make a sound when there's a raid. Thanks, No Joke. I mean, I would give you a percentage of bits, but I tried cheering on your channel and then it didn't let me cheer, so I feel like I'm very much restricted. I can take the pawn. That was a good trade. A7 pawn for f pawn. Or was it? Okay, because my king is iffy. King c8 or probably king c7. I'm so indecisive. Probably king c7. Because now I have two threats. And now just this, right? It's a free pawn. So he no longer has double pawns, because I won two of them. And now I would just like to play knight d5 and be happy. I would also like to play rook d8, but that would run into bishop b6. So I have to be a little bit careful. Let's play knight d5. Hey, Halvar, I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Halvard HF, thanks for the host. It's going well. Do I take? let's retreat. I like my center. Okay, now that I'm up a pawn, I can answer questions, but I still have to move. So now we'll have an opposite color bishop position. I'll still be up a pawn. Probably play f6. Always play f6. And then I don't know what to do. h4. I want my pawns on light squares to restrict his bishop. So probably g6, defending the h pawn, and then I'll put my rook on the d file. How to play against a London? That's a good question. I could try and demonstrate that if anyone plays a London against me. Warm water with sugar again. Technically, yes, except the warm water is now tea and the sugar is honey. So I've upgraded since my previous beverage. Rook d4 looks pleasant. I just want to win all these pawns. I also maybe want to play rook h4, target this pawn. But then he plays h3. Come to Utah. Are you in Utah? I have a student from Utah, which I might end up going to Utah at some point. I've been there once in childhood. It's a nice state. What do I do here? More bits. Wait, I have to stay focused. Sir Doodlepants. That's a new name. I don't think I've seen that name before. Thank you, Sir Doodlepants. And hello, Chespe. How's it going? Chespe, I just got your message. Yeah, I completely agree with your message. F4, I kind of forgot about, but I can take. I can take and then return to e5. Defending my pawn and obstructing his rook and attacking the bishop. Some nice geometry here. I was talking to someone on Lichess the other day, and they sent me like 5 messages in a row. And then he apologized for sending so many messages, and he said sorry for all but instead of messages, he wrote massages. So he apologized for all of the massages. Speaking of massaging, I'm about to massage his rook on e6. So this is like an amazing move. I defend everything. I threaten the bishop, and now I'm trapping the rook. Life is so good. My tea is so good. This is a new tea. Oolong tea. Just calming, relaxing, no caffeine. I would like to take the bishop and just win the king pawn ending, but that's completely not necessary. Let's just win a pawn. Sounds tasty, but might be a waste of coffee grounds. Is that referring to my tea? Let's pin him again. I want to provoke king e4, so then his bishop is more stuck. But did that do anything? Maybe now king... what to do? Maybe this. Aha. I will respond to your message to the person who just messaged me, but I will respond after the stream. The answer is yes, though. But not... okay, I'll explain later. Let me take this. Ooh, I have to be careful, because rook take a6 would lose. Or it would draw. That was close. Now, he should have probably taken right away. But, okay, this is just an easy win. Wait, is there caffeine in oolong tea? Okay, let's take this. Whoa, it's Nathan! Nathan with a tier 3 sub. Where did that come from? Thanks, Nathan. Nathan, I haven't seen you in like a few weeks. It's been a while. But you're in school, right? So that's a decent excuse. What do I do here? To use my king and then push pawns. Why would that be a draw? Because there was a dirty tactic at some point. If I do this, he takes. I do this, he takes. Yeah, he's way outside the box. I might want to demonstrate that endgame though, because there was a potential cool idea where if I had blundered that, it would have been kind of neat. Wait a minute, do this. Have to be precise. Now my opponent is stalling, delaying defeat. Okay, good game, all brown. What happened in that game? Oh yeah, it was Scandinavian. So there's a few things I can talk about. There's actually one thing. Do I want to mention it? I have a really cool story about this position after Queen F3, but I think I'll save that for another time because I need to get permission from someone. But okay, let's go forward here. So that's a nice positional game. How do I turn down my volume? I'm gonna mute the tab here, just so it's not too loud. And then, yeah, I just wanted to show this one moment. Cool story about the trophies. There's a lot more trophies than what you see in the background. There's trophies on like both sides. I could give a story about trophies at some point. I was really happy with this move. Bishop e5. I'm going to show this to students and take a screenshot. Such a great multi-purpose move. It pins, it defends, it threatens to trap. And then I almost blundered. I think I nearly pre-moved rook take a6 too. Luckily this didn't happen because c5 check would occur. And then we'd reach this position, which should just be a draw. Because white has a bishop, but not enough pawns, only one pawn. And though I'm not sure, king d6. Yeah, this is a draw. There's some weird situation, like let's imagine we get some position where I just run to the corner, and he takes. Oh, is this still a draw? I thought this was winning for white. Why does table base say it's a draw? Because it's a wrong color corner for the bishop. So if this g pawn didn't exist, it's just a dead draw. But I thought with the g pawn existing, white is winning somehow, with achieving some stalemate idea. King h7 here. I can move back and forth. Yeah, I guess white can never force me to h8. The winning idea for white is if the king moves to h8, then white can stalemate the king and force g5, and then it's winning. So I thought there were some situations where white could actually force this, but maybe not in this position. Anyway, it's a good thing to know. Cool story about the trophies. I just grabbed the closest trophy I could find, which is this one. People can see it. Kind of. Whoa, it's a cool shot with the reflection of the board. This trophy was won in part of the Pan American Intercollegiate Team Chess Championship. And it was third place. It was back when I played for University of Illinois. We were the only team that qualified for Final Four, 2 years in a row that didn't have any like scholarships for chess players, didn't have a coach. We were completely student run, and we were competing against the top dogs, Webster and the Texas schools. Good memories. Got a lot of media attention. Um, we took fourth place in the final four, but just getting to the final four was incredible. And like we were featured on a bunch of like news outlets, and we ended up we had to raise money because our school like didn't fund our trip to the final four, so we ended up like starting a campaign, some kind of donation campaign, raised over $10,000 for the team, so that was pretty cool. um, but yeah, most of my other trophies I'm actually planning to get rid of, just because they take up space and they're from a lot of old scholastic tournaments. Which actually brings up the question: how do I get rid of old trophies? Because I don't know, and if anyone knows, let me know. Um, if it helps, I'm in the Chicago area, so I could auction them off. Maybe would people actually like want them or like buy them from me? I mean, I'd be happy to like donate them to something, but anyway, let's accept some other challenge. I could melt them and then bury them. Um, who do I want to play? I'm so indecisive. Give me a random number between 1 and 4.
It's three.
3. Dramatica. I think I've played Dramatica before. I could put them in the garbage, but that's kind of sad. Good luck, Dramatica. I could do a photo shoot with them. That would be actually kind of cool. What do I do here? Play Knight f6. People can recommend openings. I can't play the Scandi now that he played d4. He might actually play a London. And someone was asking earlier what to play against a London, so this could be a prime opportunity. Never mind. I'll play a QGD. I'll probably go for a semi-Slav, depending what he does. Yeah. And if he allows me, I would love to play Cambridge Springs. A3. A3 prevents the Cambridge Springs, but I don't think A3 is a great move. But why is it a bad move? Maybe this move? Because in many cases, I like if he plays slowly, I can just get away with winning a pawn. DJ Chess Dog, I can say the same thing about having a picture with you. Like majority of people on this planet don't have a picture with you, so that makes me feel special. Let's play Knight D5. And Gabriel Thomas Newton has been watching all my streams and knows my frustration. I've been trying to play the Cambridge Springs, but no one goes into it. But that's maybe a good thing because they go into more dubious lines. So DJ Chess Dog. Oh, okay. I see Chessbay's comment. um, so there was this event in St. Louis, uh, during the whole month of August between the Sinkfield Cup and the Grand Chess Tour, and over the course of the event, there were a lot of people that like came up and like asked for photos with me and asked for autographs, and it was really cool. And there was one person in particular that like recognized me from streaming, and okay, we chatted briefly. And I don't know if we took a photo together, but maybe it was possible. Anyway, I found out just a few days ago that the person was one of my like idols back when I was in high school and college. The one and only Patrick JMT, who has like almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And I had no idea it was him because he doesn't show his face in his videos. But it was so weird that he recognized me and I didn't recognize him. So I'll have to see if I have a photo with him actually. But anyway, I'm up a pawn. He has double pawns. I have double pawns. This is yeah. I'm terribly frustrated right now that I can't play the Cambridge Springs. You mentioned the other day a lot of what people do I suggest? In terms of chess YouTubers, John Bartholomew, by far. Who else? Nicholas Huschenbeth, who maybe not too many people have heard of. So he was very active a while ago. Now I think recently he's been more active. Um, I've been watching Agadmator's videos too recently because I think he has like a good approach. Like he keeps it simple. Chess Network, of course, is a classic. I know everyone has different preferences, so I don't want to. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean everyone has their own style, so it's about kind of finding people that you learn well from or you're entertained by, and just pursuing those people. I mean, Ben Feingold's another one who people just love. Also, thanks to the sub, the new sub who, what's his name? Oh, who was gifted by Amin Samani to DevDog XXX. That's a new name. Um, Appreciate the love. So White has a little bit of compensation. Like he has more space, and now some attack against this pawn. He's threatening two different pawns. He's threatening to take here and to take here. So maybe queen c7, solve everything. These Ben Feingold emotes. Rar. In the time of Nick, good to see you back. I did watch Carlson's stream, but I only watched it live, I think, once. Because the other time he streamed, actually, one time he streamed, he was having connection problems. Then the other time he streamed was for a titled arena, which I was doing like the official commentary for Lichess. So Magnus had all the viewers, and then I was just talking to myself. Um, but I of course I rewatched the streams, and it was fascinating just watching him play Bullet and um, listening to like gangster music and everything. Okay, let's complete development. And Fabiano has streamed too. Like both of them have streamed like within the last several months. I doubt that they're gonna stream anytime soon, especially before the match. But maybe it's possible. Okay, so I'm finally kind of completing development. Also, there's time factor. She has a minute left and there's no increment. And now I have two bishops. Let's play g6. I want to play h5, h4. And maybe just keep my rook on h8. I'll put my king on f8 if the center opens up. Yeah, the thing about top chess players streaming is, at least okay with Hikaru, like he has a lot of events happening between between the events in August and now this showdown event next week, and then the Olympiad after that. So I don't know if we'll see Hikaru back. Would like to see him back, but I'm sure he's just taking a break from chess. But I have not seen his cool new emotes. I have to check those out. I'm happy with my pawn structure. Almost everything is on light squares. Feels like drafts. Which I haven't played drafts in a while. It's been so long. Yeah, the showdown is coming up. It starts on the 11th, I think is the first day that they play. Is it time to castle? It's time to castle. Dramatica is actually playing a good game for his rating. It's provisional, but really hasn't blundered too severely yet. That looks like a free pawn. Have I tried the Magnus app? The only time I play on the Magnus app is when I'm on a plane and there's no Wi-Fi. It's the only thing I have to do. And then I'll play I'll try and work my way up, but I forget what age I started having trouble against. Oh yeah, there's a Pro Chess League thing this Saturday too. That's exciting. I have to put that in my calendar. Remind me about Pro Chess League on Saturday.
Okay, I'll remind you.
I said Pro Chess League and it says protesting. But hopefully I'll remember what that means. Okay, so oh, Dramatica is in the chat. Thanks for the game. Also, Deadman DM. Thanks for the 50 more bits. Leading the bit war. And what was that? Amin Samani with 100 bits. He wants me to play him. Is he challenging me? Oh, he is. Okay, I'll play Amin Samani. Good luck. Bribe accepted. Is the board off? I'm gonna give some more margin here. Okay, hopefully that's better. Good luck, Amin Samani. I don't know what I want to play. I'm running out of cool lines against d4. I'm going to play what I played. I went through a phase in my life. It only lasted like a few months. But I went through a phase where I played c5, d5, f5. And during this phase, I gained like 100 points. I went from 2300 FIDE to 2400 FIDE, and I got 2 IM norms. So somehow it worked out. But he doesn't want any of that. Oh, he wants to play a London, maybe. Let's maybe try and allow it. I'll play this. Yeah, bishop f4, it's going to be a London. Okay, so for whoever was asking about what to play against a London earlier, this is a setup I recommend. If you can get to this position with white doing the usual triangle stuff, you can take advantage of it with queen b6. This is the main target in white's position. And now for white to defend b2, he has to make some kind of concession. Queen c1 is a very playable move. Usually people play queen b3, so I actually have to think now. I think I will take on d4 first, and then just go for bishop f5. And have a slightly more active position. And the idea is actually to get a rook to c8 relatively soon to perhaps target the queen. Like already, he's playing slowly. Like h3 is kind of a slow move, which could potentially be punished with a move like knight b4. Because then there's a pin on the c file, and I don't think he can defend c2. I'm very curious to see what he's going to do after this. Roy Davis is the most feared chess player to walk the earth. Is Roy Davis challenging me? I don't see... Oh, I do see a Roy Davis. Interesting. So this is this is what you get for playing slightly too slowly in the opening. Can I request a peace sack for Voyer-Ino? What does that even mean? When possible? Is Voyer-Ino... I can't even pronounce that. Voyer-Ino. Is that a person? Voyer-Ino. I'm so confused. Oh, so this is another person in the chat, and I have to sack something. It's hard to sack when I'm just winning material for free. Maybe I'll win something and then sacrifice. Oh, you tried to get my attention. I wasn't paying attention. I saw the thing. I just got the attention of Amin Samani. Oh, I'm so confused. It's too much to keep track of. I will sack when the time is right. But this this position does not call for sacking. Do I play knight c2 or is there? Yeah, let's play knight c2, and I'll win the exchange. Really, I was just wanting to satisfy the person earlier who was asking how to play against the London. Hopefully, this is a nice demonstration. Okay, now I'll look for sacks. G5. I just wanna get a position first. I see the comment from Emil VDW. I lose too much because I interact too much. Um, yeah, it's a hard balance to like interact with the chat and play decent chess, but I try my best. If there's nothing on the line, then I will usually interact more. The last stream I did, I was blundering all over the place. It was really bad. But that's life. So now I'm going for the kingside attack. Like he's kind of overextended. I was giving a lesson earlier today about whenever the opponent has pawns like this, it's a very thematic break to play pawn h5, especially with a rook on h8. Interaction is appreciated. Okay, that's good to hear. Knight e5 is kind of annoying. Let's play f6. Always play f6. And then after he takes, I'll take back with the pawn. What's my favorite programming language? I don't know. I want to say HTML, but I don't count that as a language. I started with JavaScript and Java, and then C++. Probably Java. That's probably what I've done the most with. I'm actually curious if I might have some applications that I made saved on my computer. But do I want to search for them now? Let me search for it. Eclipse. No. I was programming in Eclipse back like 5 years ago. I made a chess program, I made a Boggle game, but recently I haven't done too much programming. I do more front end stuff now. Okay, so what does my knight want to do? Maybe g5. And maybe the sack is coming up. The sack will be on h3, unless he does that. I still sack. There. Let's do this. I don't know why I traded queens, but I just... having pawns like this, like double pawns next to each other, there's something really satisfying about that. Okay, now I'll sack. I'm going to sack the knight because I want triple pawns. I'm going to play rook c7, and then we'll take the rook on h1. And then it'll be some interesting endgame. This will actually be a very instructive endgame, because then it's a matter of how to win with the rook against some minor pieces. And this is just a bad position for black now. I went from just what should have been easily winning is now I'm going to have to actually work for it. And the hope with this was actually to someday get quadruple pawns. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I'm going to start with b3, just to restrict his knight. And then very soon I would like to play this and this. Also, something popped up, but I missed it. Oh, I took 5 mins on my name is hosting me. Long time no see. Thanks for the host. Any advice for a 1400 whose main tactic is hoping they don't see all the blunders? Um, there's many more things to chess than hoping your opponent doesn't see all the blunders. And it's one thing to. What do I even want to say to that? I mean, a lot about chess is minimizing blunders and capitalizing on blunders that your opponent makes. But there's more, like improving your pieces to get to a point where you'll have tactics and learning like the underlying positional strategy. There's many layers to chess beyond just the nature of blundering. Ninjo is back. Hello, Ninjo. I'm your chess hero. That's so flattering. Okay, I want to do this. I want to invade with my rook. The nice thing about this position is none of my pawns are weak. Like even my isolated pawn and my triple pawns, they're very hard for him to attack and easy for me to defend. And I think that's a really important definition. Like if you have to define a weakness in chess, it's something that's hard to attack. Or no, a weakness in chess is something that's easy to attack and hard to defend. Um, so this applies in many different cases with pawns and squares and king safety. What's my favorite Canadian city? I've never been to Canada. And I've never been to Mexico, which is kind of sad. I've been to Australia, Indonesia. I've been to like 15 to 20 different countries over the last year, but never Canada. So I don't know. I've heard good things about Montreal though. Okay, my rook is going to invade. It's hard to break through though. There's like no pawn breaks on the king side. I have a four I have a 4-on-2 majority. That's really sad. Maybe I don't even know. Let's check him again. How do I play against the Scotch? Um that's a good question. I like to play the bishop b4 check line, which it took me like years to understand why you play bishop b4 check and then go back to c5. But that's what I like to do because it's lesser known and it's very playable. When you say Scotch, I assume e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, pawn take d4, knight take d4, and that's where I play bishop e4 check. I'm stuck. I'm gonna move back here, defend my g pawn, and then walk my king to a happier place. This could be a long. Ooh, he's leaving a pawn undefended. This is going to be a long grind. Okay, we'll repeat once. And then I want to play. Okay, so we've repeated twice actually, but I want to do this. I don't know what my plan is. That's the problem. It actually helped me. Like if I didn't have a pawn on g5, my king could infiltrate. Let's play this. Connect 6 vertically. Vertically like this, that sounds really difficult. Okay, I have an idea finally, but it involves playing king d6 first. It actually involves triangulating, because he's moving his knight back and forth. This is going to be funny. He's going to play knight b3. No, he doesn't. Okay, I'll still triangulate. So I want to waste a tempo. Okay, so I've triangulated. And now he'll go back to b3. And now I play a5. This is my winning attempt. It's risky, though, because it could involve losing, but... Oh, he does that. That's no fun. He's playing safe. Well, let's walk my king back here. I see what he's doing. He's basically arguing that he has a fortress and challenging me to break through. That's also annoying. Let's play a4, preventing him from playing a4, also preventing him from playing knight b3. And now the goal is to squeeze him somehow. If he was an orange, maybe I could make orange juice. Okay, I'm going to start with a check. And then maybe do this. Is he in Zugzwang? I think he's in Zugzwang. He has no good moves. Easy win. I'm now just assuming he's watching, and my only feasible way of winning is to mess with him. But, I mean, Zugzwang is the only real option to win this, I think. Ooh, this is a rated game, too. It was not a wise decision. Very poor decision on my part. But I'm trying. I'm trying all my ideas. Maybe I'll try sacking on g4. I'm also sacking on g6. We'll see if he wants to take the pawn. Ooh, he takes it. It was unexpected, but kind of expected. I'll move back here. And then let's put the rook here. I don't think losing the g6 pawn helps or hurts either of us. It was just a nothing pawn. The good thing is about losing the g6 pawn is, okay, that was move 55. So the 50 move rule could come into play at some point, and that will be very relevant. So this is going to be a very long grind. Bishop g6, interesting. Now I no longer have triple pawns, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, he's just moving back and forth. That's unfortunate. Trying all of my ideas. This is really difficult. I have one more idea, though. It involves some magic. No, I have a really cool... Ooh, he has an idea, too. I did not see c4 coming. So he's playing for the win. Maybe. Or is he? c4 is really interesting. Okay, now I have to think. I have to defend stuff now. So he had an easy draw in his hand, but he's going for more, which involves taking some risk. Let's move the rook back. Have to defend this pawn. Now I have to bring my king in. He's threatening bishop d5. Okay, let's bring my king in further. Ooh. Wait, this could be really bad. Okay, I'm going to bring my king to c7. I probably shouldn't have sacrificed that knight on g5. But I'm trying my best. King c7, I think, is a great square for the king. What's his blitz rating? Okay, so hopefully he'll be slow. Interesting move. No, he's playing like in a very controlled sense. He's taking very little risks, which makes it difficult for me to like accomplish anything. Um, but I'm gonna keep grinding, and by grinding I just mean surviving. Yeah, he's gonna win the pawn. Wait, now there's some calculation, and I'm gonna calculate in silence, just for good measure. Yeah, let's play this first. The good thing about my king is it's far away from his knight in terms of checking distance. So it takes like 3 moves for his knight to check me. So my king is very well placed, defending the b pawn. And now this d pawn is somewhat of a target. And if he moves it, then he leaves his knight undefended. So at some point I might be happy with a draw. I'm going to play this move. Rook f6. Oh, he is happy with a draw because he offered me a draw. That's funny. But I don't want a draw. I want to win. But how do I win? I have one idea. It involves taking a massive risk. Let's go for it. Because now if he takes the pawn, I target d4. And that'll be actually really interesting. And there is a 2-second increment, so it's maybe hard to flag him. But, okay, we'll see. Knight d7, attacking the rook. I have to be careful. Play rook here. Or to the h-file. Now, this is getting really interesting. Let's move here. Far away, and then I'll come invade from behind. Attacking from the rear. Wow. Interesting move. Let's play this. It's all about the active rook. And now I have a very clear idea, which I think I can get away with immediately. With rook b1, and then I'm just going to attack his pawns. Like a3 is now the major target. I'm not sure how he's going to stop rook b3. This is finally a moment where I feel like he's been tricked and he's low on time. Bishop there, I don't think does anything. Let's win a pawn. It feels so good to win something. I haven't won anything for so long. I'm still nervous though, because it's still incredibly complex. I still have no idea what's going on, but his time is telling a good story. Do I take on a3 or do I make him think somehow? Oh, let's take on a3. And rook a1, now I have a pass pawn. And life is good. It's still not over. Like, this still takes a ton of work to win this position. It's very complex still. I think I want to go for this. I don't want to give him too much more time to think. Ooh, okay, I was expecting something else. What to do? I have the outside passer. Go for this. This has got to be way more stressful for him, given that he has 4 seconds left, and I can take my sweet time. Maybe now I go for rook b1, cut off his king, threatening this. He goes back, now I can check him. I'm making progress. But now I'm stuck. How did I get stuck like that? Does rook e3 work? Rook e3. Take. It probably doesn't work. Let's play this. Now I'm below a minute. Okay, I have to speed it up. Rook b1. Rook here, maybe? He's just playing this game of moving back and forth, which is kind of annoying. Let's play rook d1. I'm just trying to confuse him. Ooh, free pawn. That was nice. So I successfully confused him. And I got rid of his most dangerous pawn. We're approaching move 100. How do I win this? Let's check him. And then attack the pawn. Rook a1, I guess. Waiting move. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, pretty soon I have to speed things up. Like a lot. I'm feeling the pressure. Oh my gosh. I want to take on e4. Oh, it doesn't work though. I lost my most valuable pawn. That's really sad. I have one idea to... He resigned? Why did he resign? I'm so confused. At first I thought it was a threefold claim. That was such a weird ending. I'm confused why he resigned though. I was gonna try rook b8 and then somehow walk my king. I don't know if I could have penetrated. That was really anticlimactic. Maybe he offered a draw, but is a draw button next to the resign button? Good game. I mean, he put up a really good fight. How many moves was that? That was a lot of moves. I was really trying to win somehow in that position, but it wasn't easy. And yeah, you have to confirm resign. Uh, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat. Am I a GM yet? No, I am not a GM yet. Okay. Let's go and play someone else. Someone wanted me to play someone, but I forget who that someone was. I'm looking for names that sound vaguely familiar. Roy Davis sounds familiar. I don't know who, like he was someone who was mentioned, I think. Not sure who it was though. Hopefully people were entertained with that. Let's play hey, the ice. Thanks for thanks for the 25 bits. Look lower on the list. Lower. Who's lower? I'm looking lower. Oh, Deadman DM. Okay, I'll play Deadman DM. Next game. I'm gonna play the Albin Counter Gambit. This is the opening to try and win in the quickest fashion. Roy Davis. Oh, my opponent is not listening, and he plays Knight C3. What is Knight C3? Let's play E4. This is gonna be a gambit. I'm sacking this pawn for counterplay, and he's not taking it. Let's play C6. Now we have like some kind of reverse French, except it's not a French because this bishop is good. So it's a reverse Caro-Kann. Oh, this is good for white. Let's play G5. G5, H5, H4. Trap the bishop. When will I stream next? Actually, I have it in my stream schedule. I'm streaming tomorrow. Did I blunder Queen H5? Getting distracted again. Except King E7 keeps me alive. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow for the chess.com Arena Kings tournament at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that should be interesting. Similar to this position. This position's whack. My king's on E7, but I'm alive. He has no immediate breakthrough. Probably go for bishop F7 next, and then H4, H5, H4. Knight B5. He wants to destroy me. I think he wants to put something here or here. Bishop F7 doesn't do much. This is really uncomfortable, and I'm playing against a 1300 who said earlier is like the strongest player to walk the earth. King D7 actually looks reasonable, because now I'm unleashing my bishop. My king can't be checked by the bishop or the knight. This is okay. Check and take the knight. That would be an interesting queen sack. I assume he would play King D1 there. And I was considering it. Let's play bishop B4 and then knight C6. It's completing development, pretending my king is safe, which I think it's actually safe. It's still alive. He did have knight C7, but I would be happy to trade my rook for his knight. Now we have a weird position, both of our kings in the center. I would really like to play this move someday. Somehow, maybe queen c8, king e7, and then bishop g4 check. That's a free knight. His first blunder of the game, so generous. And now I still want to go for bishop g4. Gabriel Thomas Newton. It's late in Brazil. Good night. Please play knight c3. You know you want to. Or knight g3. Yes. Okay, that was nice of him. Moving on. Deadman DM is getting the next challenge. The ultimate leader of the Bit War. Good luck, Deadman. Now I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna play like a real opening, unless someone wants to give me like a challenge. Everyone is playing d4 today. What is with this? I'm so confused. Like no one's playing e4 anymore. Cluth says I should play Cluth. Let's play the Budapest. Wait, what's his rating? Ooh, he's a new person to Lichess. Let's play e6. I'm not messing with him. Oh, and he's muting. Okay. So I can talk freely. My plan is to play a normal opening, because he could be a strong player. Seems like he's watching for instructive value. A3 tells me that, okay, he's not a super strong player, but he is preventing some... He's preventing my favorite opening. One of my favorite openings. Let's play d5. I actually remember preparing this for someone in like an invitational event. I was playing one of these like norm round robins, and I was preparing for someone who played a3 early. And I'm trying to remember what I was prepping. There's somehow that I can make a3 not so useful, and it might involve taking right away. But then a3 is useful in these e3 lines. Let's play c6. Because the goal might be just to take. Don't expect too much from me. I'm 1200-ish on chess.com. Okay. Well, that gives me confidence. Let's do this. Hey, Ignoble. With 100 bits. Thanks, Ignoble. That was a chill cheer. Okay, so now we're going into some... I don't even know what we call this. Is it a Botvinnik system? It's a Botvinnik, but instead of knight f3, he's played a3. So that has to favor me, I would think. And this could be a very complex line. Except in the Botvinnik, usually they play bishop h4 or g5, and then knight take g5. But he doesn't have a knight to take on g5 with. Sometimes that's a problem with playing moves like a3, is your other pieces would rather be in the game. a3 does prevent bishop b4, but there's more important things in life. I blundered a piece, but not really. This is actually a very common idea in chess. I remember like when I first started playing chess, I was trying to wrap my head around this, where the knight is attacked by a pawn and it's pinned, but black doesn't lose the piece for free because h6 happens, and if he takes, I take. If he retreats, I play g5 to break the pin. You should do a new episode with Perpetual Chess. I was actually invited back on the podcast just to do like a yearly update, but I've been so busy with so many things. But probably within the next few months, we'll set up an interview. Probably after the going to St. Louis again next week, so probably after that. Whoa, okay. Well, Deadman is being very generous with his pawns. Like, I have not lost a single pawn yet, and I've won 2 of them. I think maybe he assumed that his knight could take here, and he forgot my queen is defending, which is sad for him. But good for me. Hello, Manas. Good to see you back. Manas wins the award for most badges next to his name. Is it possible to get another badge? Like, what else can you be? Apart from a staff member, moderator, subscriber, and a cheerer. I think that's it, right? Unless I'm missing something. Manas is bringing up a good point. I got caught up. I said before, like when the stream started, I said that the stream was only going to be an hour, and then that turned into a lie. Ah, Turbo. Turbo is something, I guess. And TwitchCon. How do you get a TwitchCon badge? Need to go to the TwitchCon? Queen f3 is a very clever move. Wait, no, it's not. At first, I'm having hallucinations. At first, I thought he was attacking this. I thought he was attacking this, but knights don't reach that far. Also, he's blundering another pawn. Or is he? Then he takes back. Maybe I should defend this. Bishop e7 or bishop g7? Let's play bishop g7. Or bishop e7. It's getting late. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, bishop e7, it restricts his knight. So essentially his knight can't be useful in moving forward. And I might want to play f5 soon, followed by g5, g4. It's really hard to say notation the later it gets. So when and where is TwitchCon? Because I would consider going. Like, I have a flexible enough schedule. Kind of. Also, is this another free pawn? I'm just going to win all his pawns. This is so fun. Yeah, I probably could have played f5 immediately. Colorado has a point. But it all works out in the end. Let's play queen e5. Pinning the knight. Threatening f5. I'm just going to be as greedy as possible and just take everything that's free and not give him anything if I can allow it. Okay, I really want to play a5, but that would allow a trade of pawns. I want to keep all my pawns. So let's play this move. Allow some discoveries on this square. Some background noise. It's crickets outside. They're so loud. Okay, bishop e7. Always a good idea to align your bishop with so many of your opponent's pieces. I forgot about knight c5, but that's giving me another pawn, except he could win f6. Let's take it first. Yeah, because that knight is really annoying, and then I'll probably play king e7. King e7 looks good enough. Over defending f6 so I can win c5 if he doesn't defend it. Neomatic, I'm doing well. I'm getting tired. It's getting late. And I actually have some work to do tonight. I have some writing assignments to do. A lot of things going on. I think I mentioned this in a previous stream, but I'm looking to hire someone, like a virtual assistant. And it would be useful if they know how to play chess. So, just throwing it out there, that's keep a lookout for some application type thing. This is a free pawn, right? Now I'm attacking the rook. Someday my bishop will come to life. It might be fun for me and Feingold to play a match. Yes, we know each other. We're friendly. I've done work for him. I built his Atlanta Chess Club website, atlchessclub.com. It was one of my larger freelance projects. But yeah, and we've played each other before. I don't think we've played when we're both streaming. I played him when he's streaming, and that was that, and he crushed me. It was unfortunate. Shan Cold, thanks for the comment. Super Major Pain saying hire me. Instead of saying hire me, you have to say what value you can bring to me. And then maybe I'll hire you. This is a free rook. This is not a free pawn because the queen defends. Let's take the free rook. I'm not gonna lose any pawns this game. Like, we keep trading down. This is so nice. Oh yeah, the job would be to help me with tasks, uh, managing email, managing messages that come across like 10 different platforms. What else would I want? Helping with YouTube content and like copywriting for descriptions, and there's a lot of different things that I would have to probably map out, and then I'll probably make an application. By the end of this year, I will probably hire someone. I want to put a knight on d5. Hey, some bits from JHSK. Good night. Yeah, it would be remote. I can't imagine hiring someone and requiring it to be like in person. That would be interesting though. Mm, okay. Does a person have to be American? No. It can be any from any background. But they should know how to speak English. That would be a major requirement. Can I play knight c3 and trade more stuff? No, because he double checks me and then wins my knight. What to do? King c5? My king is so safe. It's being hugged by all the pieces around it. Why did my opponent castle in the endgame? King safety first. When did he castle? I mean, he could play king d2, but I don't know. His king is pretty safe on g1, right? Let's play rook d8. I really want to play knight c3. I probably should have played knight c3 right away. Too late. I'm envisioning some mate where I like get my knight to e2, his king's on h1, and I take on h2 and play rook h8 mate. Let's try and make that happen. I'm also imagining some position where I keep all my pawns, keep both rooks, and then promote to 8 rooks and have 10 rooks on the board. That would be mean, but also feasible. He wants to trade. Let's play a5. Attack the knight. Maybe I'll fix my pawn structure. If he takes my knight, I could take back with the pawn and have one pawn island, but he doesn't. Okay, let's play knight e2. Let's threaten the bishop on e2. Also threatening the rook. I am allowing a trade of rooks. This is looking pretty dead for dead man. Jay Weagle. What is the job for? I don't know what the job is for. You didn't really miss much. I have to define requirements, create a Google form for application. My opponent resigns. That's sad. I was looking forward to mating him, just to demonstrate, just so I can get the satisfaction. If we imagine like rook a1, knight take e2, this is what I was hoping for. Where now it's mate in 2, with rook take h2 and then rook h8 mate. Deadman DM, thanks for the game. Appreciate the 100 bits. Okay, so there's a lot of people. There's only 16 people challenging me. That's not too much. Cluth wanted me to play Cluth. I'm sure all these people want me to play whatever their username is. Do I like the Halloween Gambit? Once per year. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, oops, oh, I just lost it. Okay, so there's a streamer who recently started streaming, and it's actually we're pretty friendly in person. I'm going to raid her, and everyone is required to join. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. On the count of three. One. Wait, I have to type in raid. Oh, the streamer is struggling with puzzles right now. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. One, two,